in the pregame. Talib Holloman, Randy Rickards, Justin Thomas, and Amari Stewart. Tip won by Wilmington. And we are underway the starting lineup for Kutztown. Kyrie Jenneret, Kyle Whippen, and Wesley Butler. And then in the front court, it's Josh Samick and Robert Tucker. All the way to the basket. That one's going to be off the mark there by Holloman. And the Golden Bears will push it ahead. Jenneret dishes it down for Whippen. Got Jenneret for two. That's short. Rebound pulled down by Whippen, and that one's put in. Second chance basket for KU. So the Fairmont State transfer gets the night started offensively for KU. Mid-range jumper there, and it's splash. There by Justin Thomas. One of the players I mentioned in the pregame averages just shy of 13 points a game. Samick finds Whippen. Back on Jenneret. Butler dumps inside. Tucker working in the post. Tipped back up. Won't fall. Butler will corral it. His jumper, that won't fall. And finally pulled down there by Rickards for the Wildcats. Quickly pushed ahead. Holloman. Cross Thomas over. Holloman thought about a three. Steps inside. Back out. From downtown. That one short from Jackson. And Jenneret will pull down the rebound, and he likes to push the pace. Swings it back out, Butler. Mid-range jumper for Wesley Butler. Won't fall. Whippen the offensive rebound. And Whippen puts it in. Kyle Whippen, listed as a guard, but stands at 6'7". Crashes the offensive glass, pulls down the board. And another second chance basket here in the early going for KU. From downtown, that's a three ball for Justin Thomas. And he connects. Thomas has got all five of the Wildcats' points. A 46% three-point shooter, and he connects on his first attempt of the night. Butler back outside Samick. And there's going to be a 3-second violation called. So 3 in the key and a turnover by the Golden Bears. First for either side. So it's Jackson. Back over to Stewart. Dumped inside. At the basket. Rejected was Rickards. He takes a hit up high, and Kutztown's got numbers. Back the other way. Whippen. Rejected there by Jackson. Dishes it off. All the way to the basket there. That was off the mark by Stewart. Here comes Jenneret trying to take it the length of the floor. And Jenneret puts it high off the glass and in. So Malik Veasley will come in, replacing Rickards, and hopefully he's okay. Getting checked out by the training staff on the bench. It's his right eye that's getting looked at. Swing it back outside. Jackson for three. Short off the front iron, and Samick pulls down the rebound. Butler will push it ahead. Back outside, Jenneret. Tucker inside, and Tucker with a nice finesse gets the drop, and the Golden Bears lead up to 3. Jenneret with a nice assist there. Gets Tucker in open space. Tough take off the glass from Stewart. Amari Stewart there. So cut to one in this back and forth contest. Jenneret dishes back out. Samick for three. That one's too long. Rebound pulled down there by the Wildcats. Stewart from downtown. And that one connects. So Myrie Stewart, 5 consecutive points for Wilmington. Him and Thomas are the only Wildcats to score at this point of the game. Butler back out. Samick thought about a three. Great find for Butler, and he finishes it off. Really sold that play with his eyes there. Looked at the rim, looked like he was going to pull up, and kicks it down low to Butler for the lay-in. Thomas, back out Jackson. Jump stops and takes it all the way, but that one could not fall. Tucker pulls down the rebound, and here back come the Golden Bears. Butler. Creating space. Gets it back out for Whippen. Going to corral that. Whippen dishes it off Tucker. 12 on the shot clock. Tucker puts that one off the glass and in. A chaotic possession, but it results in a basket for Tucker. And he's got 4. Great hands by Jenneret to poke that interior pass away. Jenneret kicks it over Tucker. And Robert Tucker takes it all the way and finishes it off. Another great feed by Kyrie Jenneret. His second assist of the night. Stewart now finds Thomas. Jackson working on Whippen back outside. Three-pointer. That one's off the mark and out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Glass. They've also gotten 4 assists. I mean, they've been making some great passes leading to baskets. And that's the recipe for success. If you can, find your players in space, get them good opportunities at the basket, it's more often than not going to vote in your favor. And that's what they've done so far here this evening. Samick dishes it back off Jenneret. 13 on the shot clock. Finds Butler. Inside is Harding. Back out Jenneret, and that's stolen away. Stewart, good defense. Stewart with a two-hand jam. The back up comes Butler. Back out Whippen. Drives the lane, and Whippen puts it in. So Harding comes off the bench. Quickly back down the other way come the Wildcats. And that one is put in there by Malik Beasley. Jenneret. Dishes it off Samick. Samick for 3. That one off the mark, and Jordan Jackson corrals the rebound. Great find. Hedgepeth all the way to the basket. That one won't fall. Rebound goes out of bounds off Whippen, and it'll stay on this end with Wilmington. So Randy Rickards will return. Whippen heads to the bench, and Robert Tucker back in. Where's this Kyle Whippen? And Jalen Bryant will check in, replacing Kyrie Jenneret. Stewart for 3. Won't fall. Rebound pulled down there by Jordan Harding. Jalen Bryant. Swings it to Harding. Butler. Pulls up for a mid-range shot. That one too long. Tucker pulls down the rebound. Back out Harding for 3. Too long. And the rebound corralled by the Wildcats. Jackson. All the way to the basket, and Jordan Jackson. That is now even the game at 16. Bryant finds Samick. Just it down low. Tucker puts up the floater. Won't fall. Rebounded there by Rickards. Great bounce pass inside. Rejected there as it went up for Justin Thomas. Butler. Frenetic pace of play. Sees it back out. Bryant over Harding. Thought about a 3. Jump stop. Kicks it back out. Butler for 3. And Wesley Butler connects from downtown. So Wilmington going to slow it down here. Jackson. Uses a screen from Rickards. Back over. Butler picks his pocket. Butler going to run the fast break. And Butler will take it all the way and finish it off. Great anticipation by Butler to read that pass going back to the top of the key. Pick it off and take it all the way to the basket for an easy lay-in. That is just experience playing there. Rickards a mid-range jumper. Too long. Tip back out, but an over-the-back foul called there on Wilmington. 21-16 here in half number 1. Wilmington playing a little bit of press-style defense. Bryant finds Chase Whippen. And Whippen there getting his first action, the brother of Kyle Whippen, both transferred in from Fairmont State. And Chase gets his first basket of the night. It's the redshirt freshman. Loose underneath after a missed shot. And a good hustle play there by Whippen to come away with it. Find Boyle. So Boyle and Chase Whippen were the new substitutions, along with Kyle Whippen coming back into the game. So for the first time, we're seeing both Whippen brothers out on the floor at the same time for KU. Just down low. And a bad play there by Whippen, and tried to swing it out to his brother Chase, but it was intercepted by Matthews. Down low, it's Rickards. Great feed, and finished off there by Hedgepeth. That was Skip Burton, not Matthews. So that will be a flop warning. So Hedgepeth gets called for the flopping violation. And Jalen Bryant to the line for one free throw. And he makes it. Bryant, a 75% free throw shooter coming into the night. And he makes his first attempt. Puts the lead at 6. So Talib Holloman back in. Jordan Jackson will go to the bench. Chase Whippen inbounds there for Jalen Bryant. Bryant thought about stepping into the 3. Boyle kicks it down for Kyle Whippen. Ball on the floor, and that's another turnover. Good defense by Caleb Hedgepeth. Skip Burton. Back outside Hedgepeth. It's Justin Thomas. Hedgepeth. Back over to Holloman. Good ball movement here from the Wildcats. Thomas tries to take it all the way. He does, and draws the foul. Justin Thomas with a chance at a three-point play. Some good body control there while going up and taking that contact. Be able to stay in there, put it up off the glass, and get the bucket. And now a chance for a three-point play here at the free throw line. Thomas connects, and he's already got 8 on the night. He's having quite the first half. Thomas is an 80% free throw shooter coming into the evening. So they've switched to more of a zone-style defense as Wilmington. Back out, Boyle thought about a 3, steps into a mid-range jumper, and that one just off the mark. Rebounded by Hedgepeth, and comes Burton to the Wildcats. Shifty ball handling there by Burton. Rickards stuffed underneath by Kyle Whippen. Second chance, however, and Rickards gets the fall, and he gives a little bit of a stare down at the official wanting the call there. So 5-0 run has brought Wilmington back within a point. Boyle. Back over to Chase Whippen. Boyle for 3. Too long. Rebound. Pulled down there by Burton. Offense has seemingly gone cold. Good movement inside. Off the mark. And that's going to be a flop warning. So flopping violation called on Kutztown. So Boyle gets called for the flop warning. It'll be a free throw for Justin Thomas. With some substitutions impending here. Jenneret, Tucker, and Butler coming all back into the game. Boyle, Bryant come back into the game. And Robert Tucker back in as Kyle Whippen heads to the bench. Thomas misses the free throw. And also returning. Correction, Kyle Whippen will stay in the game. Josh Samick will replace Chase Whippen. So wholesale lineup changes made. Myrie Stewart back in for Justin Thomas as the lone sub for the Wildcats. From three, it's Holloman. That one's off the mark. Still loose, out of bounds. That'll go to Kutztown. Holloman tried to keep the play alive, but could not corral it. So inbounded for Jenneret. He's it for Samick. Back out Jenneret. I'll use the screen from Whippen. Jenneret back over Butler. Thought about a three. Check out, that'll be a kicked ball violation. So Hedgepeth to the bench. Jordan Jackson back in. Just over 8 minutes to play in half number one. Golden Bears clinging to a 1-point lead. Butler uses the screen from Tucker. Pass is deflected by Burton. Go out of bounds. That was bounced right to our SID, Matt Heffelfinger. Butler steps into a three. And that one well off the mark. Not the best of shot selection there. Swings it to the corner. Jump stops into the lane, but that shot off the mark. Jenneret gets the rebound and draws the foul. Trying to push the pace, but got bumped into. So Myrie Stewart gets the points, and also Robert Tucker following him in second with 6 points here. But Kyle Whippen's also done a good job stepping up here in tonight's contest. 6 points here in the early going, and it's been efficient, 3 of 4 from the floor. Jenneret got fouled right before we went to timeout. But leading the Golden Bears up the floor here. Jenneret dishes it down. Kyle Whippen drives the lane. And Whippen does a good job working down low. So he's got 8. Dump down low, Rickards. Back outside, Burton. And Skip Burton. So that'll be a long 2. His foot was on the line. Jenneret kicks it over. Whippen for 3. That one's off the mark. Tipped around. Tucker gets the offensive rebound. Samick steps into a three-pointer. That one won't fall. Samick has not had success shooting from 3 thus far. It's down low. Rickards working on Butler, and Rickards takes advantage of the mismatch. And Wilmington takes their first lead since it was 10-8. Butler finds Whippen. Just over Samick. Jenneret uses the screen from Tucker. Mid-range jumper, and Jenneret knocks it down. So Jenneret gives the Golden Bears back their 1-point lead. It's over Holloman for 3 in the corner. That's off the mark. Butler gets the rebound. Who's going to head Whippen? Spins. And that's going to be called an offensive foul on Kyle Whippen. So Justin Thomas returns. Talib Holloman to the bench. So Jordan Harding will come back in. Kyle Whippen heads to the bench. Whippen his second foul of the contest. So it's Skip Burton. Finds Stewart. Rickards finds Burton. Burton for 3. That one's short. And Jenneret content with letting it go out of bounds. Possession goes back to KU. Just over 5.5 to play in the first half. 28-27. Kutztown holds a narrow lead, but they've held that lead for a majority of this first half. Samick hands off to Butler. Back off for Jenneret. Kicks it to the corner. Samick, open look for three. Won't fall. Tucker gets the offensive rebound. He's going to take it himself. Heavily contested. Great outlet pass for Burton, and Harding with a great chase down block. Back outside. Thomas for three, and Justin Thomas puts down the three fingers after he connects. Thomas has got 11 here in the first half, and he's only missed one shot. Mr. Efficiency has been Justin Thomas, just under 13 a game. Tucker tried to dunk it, but he looks like he lost the handle at the rim. Back inside Rickards, and he goes all the way. And just like that, the Wildcats' lead has jumped to 5. They've gone on a quick 5-0 run. So 6 points and 5 rebounds for Rickards. Dumped inside Tucker for Harding. And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession to Kutztown. A couple substitutions for both sides. Beasley and Hedgepeth check in for Wilmington. So Glassmacher and Chase Whippen enter. Whippen returns. Glassmacher's first action of the night. So with the hell ball and 9 seconds on the shot clock, possession sticks with KU. This game has kind of flipped on its head all of a sudden. KU was controlling, and then all of a sudden, a couple of bad offensive sets and some Wilmington baskets have given them a 5-point lead. Inbound it back out to Butler. It's inside. Glassmacher kicks it. Jenneret thought about a three. Back out Butler from downtown. Short. Tipped out of bounds, and that'll go to the Wildcats off of Glassmacher. So it's Jordan Jackson. He's got 2 points, but 4 rebounds and 4 assists tonight. So getting on the stat sheet in a variety of ways. So Myrie Stewart. It's down Thomas. Good feed. Inside, they try to kick it to Hedgepeth. Did Beasley, but Hedgepeth couldn't handle the pass out of bounds. It's a turnover. Under 4 minutes to play in the opening half. Wildcats. Wildcats up by 5 here. 3:47 to play in the first half. 32-28. If you're just joining us, I'm Jack Hom on the call for this one here. Kutztown looking to get their first win of the 2022-2023 season. It's in the third game of its 5-game home stretch here. It stretches through all the way through this weekend. Butler for three. Won't fall. Tipped up. Harding will come away with a rebound. Out of bounds. It'll stick with the Golden Bears. It's been a clean game for Kutztown thus far. Pulled down 22 boards to Wilmington 16. They've only turned the ball over 5 times in this first half. And have only committed 2 team fouls. But dumps it right inside. It's Harding, too strong. Chase Whippen gets the offensive rebound. Back out, Jenneret thought about a three. Finds Butler. He'll step inside, puts up a tough 2, but Butler gets it to fall. And a much-needed basket that ends nearly a 3-minute scoreless drought for the Golden Bears. Hedgepeth. Back out Beasley and over to Jackson. Stewart. Hedgepeth inside. Won't fall. Offensive rebound by Beasley. And Malik Beasley, the 6'8 sophomore from Clayton, Delaware, pulls down the board and goes up strong for the second chance basket. Lead back up to 4. Glassmacher. Back out Butler to Jenneret, and the Golden Bears will settle it down there. Not a great pass inside as it's batted up and turned over. Jackson, nice feed for Stewart, and he takes it all the way to the rim with a dunk. A great no-look pass from Jordan Jackson. Knows that Stewart's going to be right there. Wildcats lead by 6 here in the final 2+ minutes of half number 1. For the timeout, Myrie Stewart, 2-hand flush What a nice dime from Jackson, his 5th assist of the night. Jackson averages around 3 assists per game. Already 5 and a half, number 1. Good ball movement there. Glassmacher finds Butler. He's too strong on the mid-range jumper. Butler does a good job to fight for the loose ball. Put it up and put it in. Wesley Butler. Crafty finish at the rim. Close shot while falling down. Gets it to go, and the deficit back to 4. Jackson kicks it back out. Too strong on a 3 there. And now back up comes Butler. It's Hedgepeth. Bryant for 3. One's off the mark. Tucker the offensive rebound. Back over to Glassmacher. Fighting through a double team. Dishes it back down. Tucker, and Robert Tucker with a hook shot. And it's back down to a 2-point game. Kutztown trying to finish the opening half strong. Hedgepeth for Jackson and now Stewart. Over for Thomas. Good ball movement by the Wildcats. Sit back inside. No. Kick it back out. Stewart. Good find. Jackson for 3. It's off the mark. And they're going to call a foul there on Chase Whippen. He's trying to box out Beasley. Whippen's first and the team third, but there are minutes of play in the first half. So Randy Rickards returns. Malik Beasley will head to the bench. That was blocked by Tucker. Whippen does a good job to wrestle it away. Glassmacher finds Bryant. Bryant all the way to the rim, and Jalen Bryant with a nice little Euro step and puts it in with the left. All knotted up at 36. It looked like Bryant was getting back a little gingerly. And a timeout taken by Wilmington, but 32.2 to play in the first half, 36-36. We will called incorrectly. So with just over 30 seconds to play in the opening half, tied at 36 in this back-and-forth contest. The Wildcats have been held scoreless for now nearly 2 minutes. Jenner tightly guarding, Jordan Jackson. Jackson over for Rickards. And now Stewart under 10 on the shot clock. Hedgepeth finds Thomas. Thomas has been held in check for quite a few minutes now. Stewart for 3 as the shot clock's running low. Rickards gets the offensive rebound. Shot clock turned off. Thomas. Mid-range jumper. No. Tipped back up. Still loose. Out of bounds. But that will take us to the end of half number 1. Wilmington had a few opportunities near the end of the first half to take the lead going into the break. They could not cash in. Half with possession here. Starting lineups is Holloman. Jackson. Pretty much the same starting 5 that they rolled out for the start of the first half. And that is the case for both sides. The only difference is we see Chase Whippen here instead of Josh Samek. On about a 3, now it's Stewart. And the foul is going to be called on Chase Whippen. It's going to be called his second. Tucker should have got there and steal all the way at the top of the key. Justin Thomas down to 10 on the shot clock. Steps into a 3. That one's short. Rebounded by Kyle Whippen. Finds Jenneret, and here come the Golden Bears. Jenneret. Whippen. They try to swing it back over to Tucker, and it's turned over. Thomas. Inside. Jenneret with a good defensive play to force that turnover. Back up Chase Whippen. Whippen kicks it back out. Butler for 3. Too strong. Butler gets his own rebound. And that one off the mark. Stewart got in his path and might have got a piece of it. Jackson thought about a 3. Stewart kicks it over. Open 3 for Holloman. That one off the mark. And there's going to be a foul called on Kyle Whippen. So third foul on Kyle Whippen. And over the second foul of the second half for Kutztown. They had 2 fouls all of half number one, and they have 2 fouls in the first minute and 10 seconds of the second half. Inbounded for Randy Rickards. Swings it over to Burton. And that's going to be an illegal screen there on Amiri Stewart. So second foul on Stewart. So Glassmacher returns. Kyle Whippen will go to the bench with his 3 fouls, and he's in some foul trouble. Butler and Jenneret. They play catch. Jenneret. He's over to Chase Whippen. Back over Jenneret. His 3-pointer. And that's good. Kyrie Jenneret from deep. Jenneret's got 7. Jackson guarded tightly by Jenneret. Jackson tries to dish it underneath to Holloman. Good defense by Wesley Butler to steal that one away. Long pass ahead looking for Jenneret. Stewart tried to save it, but he went out of bounds. So it'll stick with KU. Not the best pass there by Butler ahead. Almost got intercepted. Whippen will inbound it for Jenneret. And swing it over to Butler. Jenneret. Down for Tucker. Tucker working inside. Tucker, tough take. Tipped up. Chase Whippen the rebound. Whippen tried to take it himself, but went off balance and couldn't even get a shot up towards the rim in a quality variety. Good feed down low. Rickards swings it back out. Stewart. Good ball movement. Skip Burton. Swings it back over Rickards. That one's blocked from behind by Glassmacher. Rickards gets it back, and Rickards puts it in. So Rickards will cut it back to a 1-point game. Like I mentioned, they're still trying to get their first win of the season. And they've played probably their best effort of the season so far tonight, but they got to keep that up for 17 more minutes if they want to try and come away with a win here in this one. Butler swings it over Glassmacher. Jenneret. Over Butler. Glassmacher finds Tucker. Tucker, nice find for Butler. Got stuffed while trying to go up. 2-1. Gets it away. Won't fall. And they're going to call a foul. So it's going to go Robert Tucker. Samick getting his first action in the second half. Glassmacher will head to the bench. And Malik Veasley back in for Wilmington. So Wilmington holds possession here. By one. Butler, good defense there to poke that pass and a low block away. Burton. Back over Jackson. 7 on the shot clock. Crossover, dumps it down. Veasley takes a mismatch against Butler and puts it in. Malik Veasley. The 6'8" center matched up with the 6-foot tall guard Wesley Butler. That's significant height difference, and that play made it look as such. Down low, Chase Whippen. Back over Butler. His mid-range shot won't fall. Rebound pulled down by Rickards. Rickards over Stewart with a nice little up and under. Amiri Stewart. Inside, brings it back under and puts it up and in. And Whippen's pass is tipped and stolen away. Jackson all the way to the basket. And Jordan Jackson puts it in. And the Wildcats have gone on a nice little run. Wildcats up by 5, 15:34 to go in the second half here at Keystone Arena. Just joining us, I'm Jack Hyman, the call for this one. Kutztown led for over 50% of this game at the break, but Wilmington has gone on a nice little 8-0 run and With it 3 minutes and counting now. Kutztown's got to find a response. Whippet swings it over. Jenneret for three. He scored their last basket, and he connects from deep again. Kyrie Jenneret. He's got 10. He's got 6 unanswered points. The last 2 makes from Kutztown are from him, from beyond the arc. Stewart with a 3 in response off the mark. Jenneret the rebound, and there's a whistle. Veasley called for the personal foul. That's his first, team second. And that kind of hurts Kutztown because it prevented them from getting out and running the fast break. And bounce for Butler. And back up they come. Tucker. Jenneret. Samick. Finds Chase Whippen. Jenneret. Another 3. He's feeling it. That one's too strong. Samick got a hand on it, but Rickards pulls down the rebound. So swing it over to Jackson. Going to corral it initially, but does there. Veasley working in the post. That one's going to rim out. Went around the rim. Thought it was going to go down, but just tails out. Samick finds Jenneret. Slowing it down. Off Butler. Finds Samick. Jenneret dishes it down. Tucker. Nice job working in the post. And Robert Tucker's tied it at 44. So this back and forth game draws even once again. Jackson tried to dish it down. Good steal from Jenneret, and he's pushing the pace. What a find for Tucker, and the Golden Bears retake the lead. What a feed by Kyrie Jenneret. Tucker's now got 12. Burton drives by Butler and Skip Burton all the way to the basket. Just too much speed there. Got that quick first step to get by Butler. And that was all said and done from there. Samick. Finds Jenneret. Over to Butler. Chase Whippen surveys, finds Jenneret. Under 10 on the shot clock. Pass back out now. Butler for 3. And Wesley Butler connects from deep. He's got 14, and he's 2 of 5 from downtown. So 3 starting to fall here in the second half. 2 from Jenneret, 1 from Butler. Got KU back up by 3. Jackson. Down inside, that one was rejected away. Burton for 3, and Skip Burton gets the 3 in response for Wilmington. This team's going shot for shot right now. It's about as even as a game as you could draw up. Jenneret dishes it off Tucker. Robert Tucker draws the foul. It's going to go into Malik Veasley. And that's going to be his second. The team's third. So Tucker to the line. Tucker, a 69% free throw shooter coming into the game. And he makes the first.
Substitutions for Wilmington, number 14, Justin Thomas Jackson. Back into the Kutztown lineup is number 12, Brendan Boyle.
So Brendan Boyle comes back in. Chase Whippen to the bench. Justin Thomas back in for Amiri Stewart for the Wildcats. So Tucker makes both of the line. He's got 14. Tucker is just such a prolific post player offensively. The way he's able to drive to the basket, work down low, and get those rebounds. He's such a valuable asset to this Golden Bear squad. Thomas skip pass over. Burton for 3 again, and Skip Burton, another one from downtown. So back-to-back threes for Skip Burton, and he's in the double figures with 10. And Wilmington takes back a 1-point lead. That one's turned over. Skip Burton will push the pace. Here's Jordan Jackson. Kicks it over to Rickards, and Randy Rickards will put it in. Good pass work and an 8th assist of the night for Jordan Jackson all the way. That's Wesley Butler. So the frenetic pace of play will continue. Butler's up to 16. Beasley. Jackson. Skip pass over. Rickards thought about a 3. It's back out. Skip Burton, the hot hand from downtown. That one off the mark, tipped up. And that's an offensive foul on Malik Beasley. That's going to be his 3rd. And that forces Dan Burke's hand. Kutztown. 10:55 to go in the second half. And it's been a fun one. Skip Burton has made a couple of threes here for Wilmington. It's got him up to 10. Wesley Butler's got 16. Robert Tucker with 14. And Kyrie Jenneret with a pair of threes in the second half has got him into double figures with 10. Brendan Boyle, fresh off the bench, finds Kyle Whippen. Inside, they're going to call an offensive foul. It's going to go on Kyle Whippen. So that's now his 4th foul. And he's teetering on the line of fouling out of this game. And that doesn't give Robert Tucker much of a break at all, as Whippen's got to go back to the bench with 4. And Whippen visibly upset with that call. So it's Skip Burton, the freshman guard from Chester, Pennsylvania. Jordan Jackson. Thought about a 3, nearly traveled. Back out Jackson, directing traffic, dumped inside. Jenneret with that great active hands to poke it away for now. Ball still loose on the floor, wrestling for it, and the Kutztown will come away with it. That's Jordan Harding fighting for that loose ball and coming away with it. Wesley Butler kicks it back out. Jenneret thought about a 3, swings it over. Harding for 3. And he connects. Jordan Harding, his first point of the night for 3. Jenneret with another assist. He's got 5. Moves it to the corner. 3 ball in response for Wilmington. That's Rickards off the mark. Beasley the offensive rebound. Burton swings it. Nice feed for Rickards. Draws the foul and gets the basket. A chance at a 3-point play for Randy Rickards. Rickards has got 12. So Harding's first foul. So Stewart back in for Jordan Jackson. So Rickards got a double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds, and he makes the free throw. He's got 13. So Wildcats lead now sits at 2. Over halfway played here in the second half. Butler kicks it over Harding. Drives all the way. That one's blocked there by Beasley. Rickards going to run the fast break. And that foul is going to be called on Brendan Boyle, the freshman from Allentown, Pennsylvania. So Malik Beasley to the line. Freshman's actually Randy Rickards, so he'll get another shot at the line. Connected on his last attempt, but he misses the first here. Which is a 72% free throw shooter coming into the night. And he misses both. Tucker gets the rebound. And he's one shy of a double-double. Jenneret. And they'll draw the foul on Justin Thomas. So first on Thomas and the 5th on Wilmington. So the fouls are starting to pile up more here in the second half than they did in the first. Boyle takes the inbound. Back out Harding. Instead of the corner, out Tucker. Spins on Veasley. Finds Harding. Harding draws the bucket, and he gets the foul. So Harding with a chance at a three-point play. Fought through the contact to get the basket and gets the foul called. So Harding, 5 points off the bench here with a three-pointer. And then he gets that basket, but now a chance at a three-point play. Harding makes the free throw, and he's got 6 off the bench tonight for the Golden Bears. Skip Burton. Just down low, Veasley. And that's an offensive foul. Boyle draws the offensive foul. Great play by the freshman. So Veasley gets called for his 4th. He'll stay on the floor, though. So Jordan Jackson will check in for Skip Burton. So Caleb Hedgepeth will check in. Veasley to the bench. So Whippen 4 fouls for Kutztown. Now Veasley 4 fouls for the Wildcats. Interesting to see how much they will play the rest of the night. So reset the shot clock. So Golden Bears 2-point lead, 8.5 to play in the second half. Jenneret. Dishes inside Tucker. That one's blocked. That was Rickards there on defense. Justin Thomas settles it down. Thomas. This is screen from Rickards. Back out. Rickards, the jumper, and he connects. Randy Rickards averages 16 points a game. He's got 15 tonight, and he's 50% from the field. So all tied up at 59. Butler uses the screen from Harding. Crosses over. Thought about a mid-range jumper. Back outside, Jenneret. Harding's pass is intercepted by Thomas. Feeds Rickards, running the fast break. Rickards all the way to the basket. That one's short. Thomas, the offensive rebound, stuffed by Harding, but a foul called. Ties also. So Thomas to the line for 2 free throws and a chance to give the Wildcats the lead back. Makes the first. And he's got 12, matching his season average. 4 double-digit scores tonight for the Wildcats. Thomas makes both of the line, and now he's up to 13. Both teams are pretty even in terms of shooting. Wildcats 45% from the field. Kutztown 43. Kutztown 28% from 3. Wilmington 26. Harding finds Butler, 10 on the shot clock. Butler over to Boyle. Down to 5. Boyle pushes it back out. Butler puts up a shot, and that one falls short of everything. That'll be a shot clock violation. Not a great possession there. Really didn't get a quality look at the basket. Ended up turning it over. Hedgepeth, Thomas, pull-up jumper, and Justin Thomas. 4 consecutive points for him, and he's got 15. And a 6-0 run in the last 2+ minutes for the Wildcats as they lead back at 4. The largest lead of the night is 6 points, but it was 36-30. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half and turned over. Harding was pleading for a kicked ball. Long pass for Hedgepeth. Pick outside Stewart. He'll settle it down and find Jordan Jackson. Find Stewart. Jackson thought about a 3, skip pass over to Thomas. Down to 1, they don't even know it. They didn't even know that it was running out. So a good defensive possession by Kutztown there to force the shot clock violation without anything even being hoisted up. With just over 6 minutes to play in this contest. And Kutztown needs a response. You know, throughout the game, they have these dry spells where they go 3+ minutes without getting a basket. And they're at that marker here now. Butler. And that one falls. Wesley Butler for 3. And he's got 19. Snaps the drought and the deficit back to 1. Should be a photo finish here at Keystone Arena. Thomas. Long 2. No basket. And that's an offensive foul. So Hedgepeth called for his second. And Randy Rickards back in. So Kyle Whippen back into the lineup in place of Jordan Harding. So Whippen's got to be careful, though. 4 fouls for Kyle Whippen. So Hedgepeth was called for his second, teammate. Both teams in the bonus. Jenneret, mid-range jumper. That one's off the mark, and Thomas pulls down the rebound. Shot early in the shot clock wasn't a great look. And that's kind of a waste of possession there for Kutztown. All the way to the basket. That one's blocked partially by Whippen. Will go out of bounds. It'll stick with the Wildcats. Jackson inbounds to Rickards. Finds Thomas, guarded by Whippen. If I'm Wilmington, I'm attacking Whippen here, trying to get a foul out of this game. And a reverse lay-in by Randy Rickards puts the Wildcats back up by 3. They've really had no answer for Rickards tonight. He's got 17, leading the way for Wilmington, especially in the second half. Tucker. Inside, Junior triple team. That's going to be a travel and a turnover. So another turnover here, 14th of the night by Kutztown. They had 4 at halftime, so that's 10 in the second half. Working inside, it's loose. Stewart will get it back out. Christian's 8 turnovers in the second half. Thomas for 3. That one's short. Jackson gets the offensive rebound. And that's what you got to limit. Jackson will hold. 10 on the shot clock. 4 minutes to play. Jackson for 3, and that's a dagger. That one hurts. They get the offensive rebound. And second chance opportunities are backbreakers for a defense. And you know you could have ended the possession with a rebound. But Jackson for 3. He's got 7 now. And the Wildcats match their largest lead of the night at 6. Tucker. Gonna Rickards back outside. Jenneret. How about a 3? Who swings it over? Boyle for 3. That one won't fall. Tipped out by Butler. That's going to be a foul on Stewart. He caught Whippen up high. And that's going to be the 3rd foul on Amiri Stewart. Our media timeout. Whippen misses the front end. I mean, he is a 50% free throw shooter. So it's Jordan Jackson. The largest lead of the night for Wilmington is right now. Trying to extend that here. Stewart, under 10 on the shot clock. Stewart works inside. And he will draw the foul after getting the bucket. So Josh Samick called for his first. Team 8th. This is a chance at a three-point play for Stewart. So Tucker comes back in for Brendan Boyle. So Stewart at the line for one free throw in AM1. And that one off the mark. Kyle Whippen the rebound. So Jeanneret here under 3 minutes to play. Golden Bears trail by 8. And still looking for their first win of the season. Kyle Whippen takes it himself, and he'll draw the foul. So Whippen will go back to the line. Whippen likes to get downhill and attack the basket. So Thomas called for his second foul. So now Kutztown in the double bonus. Every foul, whether shooting foul or common foul, will result in 2 free throws. Whippen makes the first. So Chase Whippen comes back in. Josh Samick to the bench. Kyle makes both at the free throw line. It's a 6-point deficit for the Golden Bears. 2:45 to play. Inbounded for Jordan Jackson. Got to play some good defense here down the stretch for Kutztown. Good job keeping in the perimeter so far. Stewart over for Thomas. Step back jumper. Short and rebounded by Tucker. Good defense there by Chase Whippen. Wesley Butler. He works ahead. For an outlet, finds Jeanneret. Now down for Tucker. He's down Rickards. Backdoor pass. Nearly stolen away. Tucker gets it back. Whippen. Back out Butler. Butler contested 2. That's long. Tucker gets the offensive rebound. Takes it himself. Won't go. Third chance for Tucker, and that one drops. Robert Tucker cleaned up his own rebound and puts in the third chance basket. He's got 18. Actually, he's got 16. 4-point deficit. 1:40 to go. Over Thomas. Finds Stewart. Drives on Butler. And that's going to be an offensive foul. It's going to go on a Myrie Stewart and a turnover by Wilmington. So Myrie Stewart, that's his 4th. So Veasley and Stewart both with 4 fouls. So Veasley will come back in with 4 fouls, and that's huge because those are 2 guys who play similar roles. No, Stewart will stay in. Correction, that's Holloman who will go to the bench. So 2 guys in the game with 4 fouls for the Wildcats. Under 1.5 to play, Golden Bears trail by 4. Jeanneret uses the screen from Tucker. Kicks it back out, Kyle Whippen. That's going to be called a blocking foul. Jordan Jackson gets tabbed with his first foul of the game, and 2 free throws upcoming for Kyle Whippen with 1:21 to go. And a chance for the Golden Bears to pull back within 2. This game has gone back and forth all night. Even though the Wildcats had a 6-point lead with just under 3 minutes to play, by no means is it secure. And their lead can be cut to 1 possession here. Whippen misses the first free throw. So Samick checks back out. Chase Whippen back in. We're going to see this game played by Driscoll here. Whippen adds that defensive factor while Samick has the 3-point shooting. Kyle Whippen goes 1 of 2 from the line, so it's a 3-point Wildcats lead with 1:21 to go in the second half. Bench now, it should be a photo finish, and I think that's exactly what we're going to get here tonight. Justin Thomas. And he'll signal to his bench, call a timeout. They'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:14 to play at Keystone Arena. Wilmington, that marker here tonight, but they're trying to lock up a win here on the road, up by 3. And it's their possession. It's a Myrie Stewart. He's playing with 4 fouls. Malik Veasley also out there. He's playing with 4 fouls, so they both have to be careful. Rest of the lineup is Jordan Jackson with Justin Thomas and Randy Rickards. Thomas dishes it. Veasley for 2, and he gets it. Malik Veasley, a mid-range jumper. And the lead's back at 5 for Wilmington. Under a minute to play. You don't need a rush yourself and waste a possession here for KU. Jenneret thought about dishing it down low. Tip back out. Kyle Whippen finds Butler. This is a screen. And a turnover by Butler. Jackson will run the fast break. Rejected by Whippen, but a foul is called. And he will foul out of the game. His night is done with 34.2. So Samick will check back in for Whippen as Kyle Whippen's night is done. He thought he blocked it clean. Refs thought otherwise. 2 free throws for Jordan Jackson. And he makes the first. Jackson, an 80% free throw shooter. Not the guy you want at the free throw line if you're looking for a miss. Jackson will make both, and the lead is up to 7. Jenneret takes it all the way. That's off the mark. Still loose, out of bounds. And it'll go back to Wilmington. Well, it appears that Kutztown will have to wait another day to try to get their first win. It's not over yet, but shot clock turned off with 25 seconds. You're down by 7. It is looking bleak. Stewart gets the inbound to Thomas. And Samick will foul Thomas intentionally with 19.7. Second foul on Samick. And Kutztown just got themselves in too far of a hole here late. Was down by 6. Got it as close as 3. With over minutes of play, but Wilmington does a good job extending it as Thomas makes the first free throw, matching their largest lead of the game at 8. Pushing the needle here. Thomas misses the second. Quick ahead, Jenneret. He'll take it all the way to the cup. That's off. Tipped up. Second and third chances by Tucker. Still being tipped around. Samick gets it back out. His mid-range jumper won't go. Whipping the offensive rebound. He's rejected underneath by Rickards. It's out of bounds with 2.9. It'll stick with Kutztown. So a plethora of offensive boards, but unable to cash in. Been inbounds at Butler. His three-pointer off the mark. And that will conclude matters here tonight. Wilmington comes into Keystone Arena and gets a decisive road victory